Hey everybody, it's Brandon. Today I'm going to go over how to install Windows 11 under VirtualBox, since it's not as totally straightforward as past Windows has been, but as you can see I got one working here and I'm going to go through it again to show you how I did it. So when you got VirtualBox open, let's go to New. We're going to call it Windows 11, and actually I'm going to call it Windows 11 Alt. You don't have to do that, but I don't want to override my other Windows 11. I'm going to put it on my SSD. Let's go to Next. I'm going to give it 8 gigs of RAM. You give yours however much you want. 4 is probably the minimum. We're going to create a virtual hard disk. 80 gigs is fine. Create. Now if you picked Windows 11, it should have all the defaults ready to go, how you need them to be. So I'm just going to go to Settings here, Storage, and I'm going to put in the Windows 11 ISO I downloaded. Make sure you have it downloaded. All you have to do is search for Windows 11 download. Microsoft provides the ISO for you to download for free, so you can go ahead and do that. I mean, they don't provide you a license key for free. You'll still have to activate it at some point. But anyway, let's go ahead and boot this up. Press any key to boot from the CD. Yes, please. Okay, so let's see. When we're right here, I think what we want to do, I think this is the point, we hit Shift and F10. Alright, and what we're going to have to do is go into regedit. And there's a couple things we have to change on the registry in order to get this work on VirtualBox. So we want to go to H key local machine. I have this written down on the side here. Then we want to go to System and Setup. We want to right click on Setup, and we want to go to New Key, and we want to name this key, wait, I want to rename this. Maybe I just want to call it lab config. No, that ain't what I want. Here we go. Sorry about that. Lab config. Let's delete that. And we want to go to New. D-word value 32. And we're going to call this bypass TPM check. And we're going to set its value to 1. Then we're going to add another D-word 32-bit value. We're calling this one bypass secure boot check. And we're going to set its value to 1. Okay, and I think that's all we need to do. So we're going to close that, and we're going to continue our installation. Install now. When you get to the part where it's asking for your product key, just say I don't have a product key. And then it should ask you which edition you want. I like Windows 11 Pro, so let's say next. Accept their agreement, next. And we want to do custom, install Windows only. You have your drive unallocated space, just click on that and say next, and it'll set everything up for you. Now it's going to go ahead and install, and I'm going to pause it here, then I'll come back once this is done so you don't have to sit there and watch it. Okay, it got through the first install part, and then it's going to go ahead and reboot. And we're going to see here, once it reboots, it should go ahead into Windows and continue with the setup, if all worked properly, which I think it probably did. So we'll just wait here. So far so good. Got good signs all around. See what happens. I think I'll pause it for a little bit and get past some of this stuff, and then we'll pick it up again. Alright, here we are again. We've gotten a little further in the setup process here, so we're going to continue. I'm in the United States. Next. Do I want a second keyboard layout? No. Checking for updates. Who knows how long this will take? I'm sure there's a bunch. Making sure I have the latest. Thank you. I guess I can pause it again until it does something interesting. Okay, did some updates. It restarted. It wants me to name the device. I'm going to just call it Virtual Test. No space, I guess. Alright. Oh, look at that, a critical error? That's weird. Let's restart it, see if it works. I don't know what happened there. Let's see if it can recover from that one. Looks like it. Not sure what it's doing now. Thinking about doing something. Okay, let's see, personal use. Oh, I have to log in. I better pause it real quick. Let me log in real quick. Okay, here I am signing into my Microsoft account. I guess you gotta make a PIN. Moving on. No, I want a new device. They want to track me. I'll let them, because I'm going to destroy this machine after we get it set up anyway. Skip that. Okay, we don't need OneDrive. There's a lot you got to go through to get Windows working. Look at this. I want Office 65. No thanks. Checking for updates again. Hi. Why, thank you. Getting things ready for me. How nice. This might take a few minutes. Alright, let me pause it again. Alright, I'm back. It went through its whole setup, and now here I am at the desktop. And I probably can't do any resizing of the window yet. The last thing you're going to want to do is get the VirtualBox guest editions installed. I already have them installed on my VirtualBox. If you don't, you just go to the VirtualBox website and search for guest editions and install that plugin to VirtualBox. And once you've done that on your window, you can go to I think devices, and and then insert guest editions CD. And that should come up in a minute. Or if it doesn't, you got to go to your File Explorer. There it is. And we'll set up that. And what this does, it installs the video drivers and things that you'll need, which will give you features like being able to resize your window, which is handy. And I think it lets you share files in between the two easier. So that's all good. So we're going to go ahead and do this. This should reboot fairly quickly. Alright, here we are. Okay. Now, I don't know why it's not working, because I should be able to have it resize the window for me. Maybe it's just going to take a minute here. And maybe it's because it's doing this, searching for display driver, I don't know. I know on my other Windows 11 instance it works, so I'm sure it'll eventually work here. Maybe I got to install all the Windows updates first. But yeah, that is how you get Windows 11 up and running on VirtualBox. I'm running this under Fedora Linux and it runs fine. I'll just, real quick, I don't want to go through all this. Let me shut this down. I will show you the other instance I have just so you can see how it runs after you have everything set up and updated. I guess I can start it while that's shutting down probably. Okay. Signing in. It usually doesn't take this long. I wonder if it's mad that I just signed in on a different instance. Yeah, because it usually doesn't do this. I might have messed it up by using my account on another virtual machine. But no, I don't want to do any of that. Nope, don't want OneDrive. Nope. Okay, so anyway, we're back. And anyway, it runs actually pretty good on here. These are two folders from my actual computer here that I was able to share with the VirtualBox, and you can easily save files and transfer them from one to the other. I gave the instance itself 128 gigs. I installed Visual Studio on this, which is somewhere in here. Oh, I forgot how to get to the program. I haven't messed with Windows 11 much, but anyway, it's on here. It works good, and if you want to set it up on your computer, this is how you do it. So I hope you found this interesting. If you did, like the video. You can subscribe too if you want. I wouldn't complain. And until next time, take care.